Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. The last class of the week. What's going on, Samarth? Looks like you're choking. Are you okay? Drink some water. So, last class of the week. Thank you for coming. We are going to be reading the second story about Vidura. So, Vidura, a very great personality, very important personality in the Mahabharata. We learned yesterday that he's an incarnation, actually, of Yamaraj. He's Lord Yama, who came on earth to take part in the pastimes of Lord Krishna. So Vidura, so thank you Narayan and Keshava, Samat and Bhavya for being here. We'll see if the others will join a bit later. So we shall begin now with the Mangala Charana prayer. Om Jnanati Mirandasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yeda Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunantam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhischa kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so without further ado, let us jump right into the story. So today's story is called It's called Turning Crisis into Opportunities, as you can see. One moment. Okay, so here we have got the picture. This is Vidura here, who is speaking to Dhritarashtra. As you can see, the king here is blind, so that is Dhritarashtra. And here, maybe this is Bhima, because I believe that this is a conversation maybe they had after. Anyway, we'll see the story and we'll know then. So turning crisis into opportunities. Dhritarashtra, the blind king of Hastinapur, had 100 sons. The eldest of them was evil Duryodhana. Duryodhana had great greed for the throne of Hastinapur. In various ways, he tried to kill the noble Pandavas, the 5 sons of Dhritarashtra's brother Pandu. Dhritarashtra supported the unfair desires of his sons and never stopped them. Duryodhana had once set fire to the Laker house where the Pandavas stayed to burn them alive. Yes, so at one point, Duryodhana had arranged for the Pandava to go and spend some time in a house that Duryodhana's servant had built. But the house was meant to be burned very easily. It was built with lacquer like that. So a bit like plastic, something like that can burn very fast. So he tried to kill them in this way. Duryodhana ordered his younger brother Dushashan to disrobe Draupadi, the chaste wife of the Pandavas, publicly. Duryodhana had cheated the Pandavas in a gambling match, took away their kingdom, and sent them to the forest. Proud Duryodhana didn't even respect the good advice of Lord Krishna.
But how come he says his?
Yes, it's a mistake here. It should be their kingdom. So, proud Duryodhana didn't even respect the good advice of Lord Krishna, who came with a peace message. he boldly refused to give the rightful share of the kingdom to the Pandavas. So this incident is very amazing because, I mean to say, it's a very nice pastime of the Lord. Because when Krishna went, there's this chapter in the Mahabharata called Krishna's Peace Mission. So he went with an offer that, okay, the Pandavas will not fight you for the kingdom, but at least give them 5 villages, like that. So Duryodhana thought that I will arrest Krishna at that time. So he had the gods try to arrest Krishna. Can anyone arrest Krishna?
No.
No. So foolish Duryodhana thought that he could. As soon as he came, Krishna started to manifest his universal form. He expanded himself, and all the members of the Kuru assembly were awestruck with wonder. Like that, they could not believe what they were seeing. And they all became very much afraid, and Krishna walked out like that. He boldly refused to give the rightful share of the kingdom to the Pandavas. These are some atrocities done by Duryodhana and his wicked associates, supported by Dhritarashtra. So his wicked associate was mainly his uncle Shakuni, his second brother Dushashan, and Karna also, like that, especially the 3 of them. So selfishness makes one shameless in seeking one's enjoyment at the cost of others' suffering. One should not be selfish and greedy. So selfishness and greediness, these are demonic qualities. In the 16th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes all the demonic qualities. One day, Dhritarashtra's brother Vidura met him. Vidura was acting as a loyal minister of Hastinapura and was advising the king in various ways. Now he spoke to Dhritarashtra. Please return the rightful share of the kingdom to the Pandavas. They have tolerated so many of your offenses. Otherwise, revengeful Bhima, who is breathing like a snake, will attack your sons. And Lord Krishna is personally on their side, and all the kings and the Yadus are with Krishna. Dhritarashtra thought that his son Duryodhana would be able to oppose the Pandavas and Krishna. Guessing such an argument from him, Vidura said, "Get rid of your wicked son Duryodhana for the benefit of the family. He is offense personified. He is envious of God and causes inauspiciousness." When Duryodhana was born, there were many inauspicious omens that occurred. The jackals started to howl. There was thunders, lightning, like that. Even comets came. So Duryodhana was a partial incarnation of Kali, actually. I believe this is described in the Mahabharata, that he came to destroy. And actually, this is a fact. Just like one tree that is fragrant in a forest can make the whole forest fragrant. Similarly, one tree that has fire can burn the entire forest. So that means if there's one bad son in the family, the whole family can be destroyed. So this Duryodhan was a bad son. So therefore, Vidura tell him to just get rid of him like that. And his advice was good, but Dhritarashtra was too attached. Duryodhana then arrived there and heard Vidura's advice to Dhritarashtra. He became furious, swollen with anger and his lips trembling. He insulted virtuous Vidura. "Who called this son of a maidservant here? Although subsisting on our mercy, he's always siding with the enemy's interests. Get out from this palace immediately, with only your breath as the only possession." So this is when Duryodhana chastised him, scolded at him. Yesterday we saw some of these pictures. So maybe I can show you again. I don't know if I closed it. I think I closed it. Anyway, yesterday in the class, I had shared these pictures where we see Vidura walking out of the palace, having been insulted by But
threw
Duryodhana,
his bow and
yeah, he
arrow.
put his bow and arrow against the door, and then he left. So proud, stubborn, and self-centered people do not accept even well-intended advice. Thus, they bring ruination upon themselves. Duryodhana's sharp words struck Vidura. Although Vidura was elderly and a respectable uncle of Duryodhana and a responsible minister of Hastinapura, still proud Duryodhana dared to disrespect him. Vidura's brother Dhritarashtra didn't stop Duryodhana from his arrogant misbehavior. He was a victim of his fatherly affection for his evil son Duryodhana. As a father and a king, he was supposed to guide Duryodhana on a good path and correct him when he made mistakes. But Dhritarashtra didn't do that. He just supported several of his son's misdeeds. He is an example of a bad father. So you see, when a son develops bad quality and acts badly, it is the duty of a father to rectify the son. We had read some story previously about King Prithu Maharaj, right? So King Prithu's father was King Vena, a very sinful man, and his father was Maharaj. Samarth knows what is his name. I forgot. Anga. So Anga was a good king, and he tried to rectify King Vena in so many ways. But here, Dhritarashtra did not even try. Okay, keep listening. Focus. We're almost done. Vidura then placed his bow at the door and left the palace of Hastinapura. He didn't feel sorry, but saw the hand of God in this situation. So he understood that this is Krishna's arrangement to free me from this situation where I have to serve these wicked people. The same incident had two different types of impact on Duryodhana and Vidura according to their moods. By insulting Vidura, Duryodhana was heading towards his ruination. He was at a loss by banishing a wise person who could guide him on the right path. But Vidura headed towards an enlivening spiritual journey. He went away from all the political issues at Hastinapur to immerse himself in a wonderful pilgrimage. That's how he converted this crisis as an opportunity to elevate himself spiritually. So sometimes some things will happen, and this event will degrade the atheists but elevate the devotees. So here it brought Duryodhana closer to his ruination, but it brought Vidura closer to his spiritual perfection. Vidura was pure and pious, yet he thought that he had become impure by the association of the diplomatic Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana. Therefore, he felt that he was not fit to associate with Lord Krishna at once. Thus, although Krishna was present in the world at that time, Vidura did not approach him. Instead, he decided to travel to holy places and purify himself. Vidura traveled alone, thinking of Lord Krishna with pure devotion. He saw many holy places where many deities were situated. As he was on his pilgrimage, the Kurukshetra war had happened. In that war, Duryodhana was defeated by the Pandavas, and King Yudhishthira gained control over the earth. When Vidura reached a place known as Prabhasa Kshetra, he came to know that many of his relatives had died in the battle. He silently proceeded on his pilgrimage. Yes. So this is it. So here there's a lesson on positivity. Situations are often not in our hands, but our response is. Insults, failures, and difficulties are common in this world. But if we have a positive outlook means what? Means that to understand that everything is done by Krishna. Krishna is always in control of everything. Krishna has arranged. We can convert such a crisis into opportunities to enrich ourselves. Although ungrateful Duryodhana banished Vidura, Vidura was not discouraged for being insulted. He positively saw it as an opportunity to go for pilgrimage and seek God's shelter. Yes. Okay. All right, I have a few questions. It seems like we're missing a lot of people. Naren and Keshava are not there, and Samar. Oh, here he came back. Okay, Naren. So, Narayan, why did Vidura leave the palace? Do you know, Narayan? You can unmute yourself.
He went because he wanted a pilgrimage to
Okay, yes, he went on pilgrimage. That was always his desire, actually, to advance spiritually. But why did he do it at that time?
because he did because
What pushed him out?
Doridan.
Yeah, so Duryodhan insulted him, right? And thus he left. Okay, very good. Samarth. So what was the advice that Vidura gave to Dhritarashtra?
He told to abandon Duryodhana. He told him to abandon Duryodhana because if
Yes, very
you
good.
told
He said you just abandoned Duryodhan. Very good.
yeah,
Okay,
because
very good. Okay, I will. Okay, Sudan, what is the example that I gave concerning a good son and a bad son? I compared them to what?
Doridan was lost.
So I gave an example concerning how a bad son can destroy a family.
They destroyed the whole family.
Yeah. So which example did I give?
Like a fragrant tree can make the whole forest fragrant.
Very good.
And fire tree can make the whole forest burn. It can make a forest fire.
Very good. Yeah. So a tree that is fragrant can make the whole forest fragrant, but a tree that has fire in his hollow can burn the entire forest like that.
Make a forest fire.
Yes. Okay. Okay. What are some of the things that Duryodhan? Keshav, are you there?
He's playing.
Keshava. Okay, can you come closer and unmute yourself, Keshava? Okay, so Keshava, what is one of the bad thing that Duryodhan did to the Pandavas?
They made a big city or house, and then really easy to flammable. So Doridan planned to kill them, and they lighted up, and then they gone away with them.
Okay, yes, Keshava. So he built a city where, not a city, I'm repeating you. He built a house that was built with the purpose of burning it down while the Pandavas stayed in it. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, Bhavya, little question from Bhavya. Okay, can you name something else that Duryodhan did to the Pandavas? Something bad. Or to the Pandavas' wife, Draupadi. Bhavya, do you remember something? No, Bhavya? Okay. So who can help? Yes?
Duryodhan was pulling Draupadi's dress.
Okay, so it's not Duryodhan who did it, but he asked his brother Dushashan to pull Draupadi's dress, or sari, to undress her.
And then Draupadi called Krishna. Then Krishna applied more dress.
More sari, longer sari.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. So actually, you see how Vidura was a very good friend of Dhritarashtra? Yes?
Yes.
So good friends are very, very rare. Huh? And when we have a good friend, will speak the truth to you. He will not always agree with you if you're wrong. If you're wrong, a good friend will tell you, you should not do like that. That is not correct. So someone who does not listen to good friends, he will meet ruination. So we have another story about good friend. Would you like another story?
Yes.
Yay. Bhavya, you don't want.
Before the story was really small, that's why we need it.
Okay, can you see here?
Yeah.
Faithful friend is better than gold. So we read. Sukiram was extremely wealthy man. In spite of all the wealth, he was kind and compassionate. He was a kind and compassionate man. So Sukhiram. One day someone knocked on the door of Sukhiram. It was Dukhiram, his friend from the village. So there's a lot of grammar mistakes, so I'm just correcting as we read. So here is Sukhiram, the wealthy man, and his friend Dukhiram from the village. Oh, my friend, I'm so happy to see you. What brings you to the town? Dukhiram was in ruin, and this shocked Sukhiram. My shop at the village caught fire, and I lost everything. I came to town for a job. Don't worry, my friend. You can help me with my business. Over the months, Dukhiram worked sincerely. He expanded Sukhiram's business and took care of all the work. Sukhiram's other employees became jealous with Dukhiram's success. If you want to help him, just give him some money and send him back to the village. He is slowly taking over your business. I trust him completely. If you are uncomfortable with him, then you leave the job. Dukhiram was now alone, fully responsible for Sukhiram's business. One day, Sukhiram went on a business trip. He left all the charges to Dukhiram. One day in the evening, when Dukhiram sat relaxed in the room, he heard some strange voices in the garden. Looks like there are some robbers. I have to protect Sukhiram's wealth under all circumstances. I have an idea. Get immediately all the musical instruments that are available here. We have to protect Sukhiram's wealth under all circumstances. We are too old to fight with the dacoits. You please tell us what we should do. They all started to sing and play the instruments. The dacoits heard the music. You fool! You said Sukhiram is not at home, but it looks like he's having kirtan with his friends. Let's get out of here before they catch us. When Sukhiram was back, the servants told him the whole story of how Dukhiram got rid of the dacoits. Sukhiram thanked Dukhiram and was happy that he trusted his friend. So the moral of the story is that a faithful friend is better than gold. Because, you see, in this story, the faithful friend actually protected the wealth of Sukhiram. Like that. So a good friendship is more valuable than wealth. So we have to be very, very caring to our friends. When we develop a good relationship, we have to make sure that the relationship lasts. So we should trust and we should think about the other also. Okay. All right. It's the time where I ask everybody to go get your beads. We're going to chant.
Only 4 of us.
Naran and Keshava, what's happening?
Nankisha, silly monkey.
Actually, only just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people. Because even Narayan and Keshava are there.
5 children. Yeah. Okay, come. Hey, relax. All right. Take your beads, everybody.
Take your beads and chance with a robot.
I'll do some. Okay, unmute yourself, Narayan and Keshava. Samarth also. Show me your beads. Are you ready?
Ronnie, look right now. You're gonna break
Bhavya,
it.
your
Put my
beads.
beads there.
Okay.
It's too long. I can hardly see.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare. Samarthan youth, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Nam Hare Krishna, Hare Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Nam Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Nam Nam, Hare Krishna Krishna,
Wow, you're an
Hare Ram,
airplane.
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Nam Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Nam Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare 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 Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare. Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna.
Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Okay, thank you very much. I will end the live stream here, but we can continue speaking. Kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Shri Prabhupada.